of us should be surprised at all, given everything that went down at Battleground, Tom. You said it, Tatum Paxley. This is a competitor who is obsessed with championship gold. Put her hands on the TNA Knockouts World title at that event.
From NXT, Izzy Stay.
Well, the hits just keep on coming, Tom. We've seen more and more of this bleed over, this crossover between NXT and right here in TNA. And tonight is no different. Another challenger from NXT here to take a shot at the Juggernaut.
Now, Izzy Dame has had opportunities on some of NXT's biggest platforms. In fact, was in action this past Tuesday night on NXT, trying to follow suit the way Tatum Paxley did it against all odds and stepping up to the Juggernaut.
The following is a six-man tag team match. Introducing first from NXT, No Quarter Catch Crew.
I have been anxiously awaiting this matchup after what we saw last week here on Impact. Charlie Dempsey defeating Zachary Wentz thanks to some help from Miles Bourne, but he's got more company tonight. Tavion Heights, the No Quarter Catch Crew from NXT, is here in TNA.
And Tom, call it a small thing, and I don't expect your professor brain to necessarily have this one. But when was the last time an episode of TNA Impact began out the gate with talent not here?
Their opponents from the Treehouse, the team of Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and Wesley, the Rascals.
And boy, oh boy, does it do a heart proud. I am happy to infinity and beyond to see the boys from the Treehouse reunited here in TNA.
Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and NXT's Wesley, known to TNA fans once upon a time as Desmond Xavier. The three reunited this past week on NXT, Tuesday night live on NXT, and competed as a trio for the first time in 4 years. They dispatched the team of Gallus, and now Wesley has returned to TNA to help Wentz and Miguel deal with their no quarter catch crew problem.
And what do you do when your back is against the wall? When you're pushed into a corner, you turn to your blood, you turn to your family. And that's what the Rascals have done. Wesley back here in TNA.
Santina Marella trying to employ the use of Kushida in a six-man tag team matchup this past Thursday on Impact alongside Wentz and Miguel to take care of the no quarter catch crew in-house. However, Wesley and Wentz and Miguel reunited in the Treehouse this past Thursday night, which we hadn't seen in the longest time in TNA.
Well, the inter-promotional clashes that have been happening spill tonight into the Impact Zone.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from NXT, representing Gallus, Wolfgang.
And tonight, Wolfie has come alone. As we saw moments ago this past Tuesday night as a part of the Great American Bash for NXT, Joe Hendry dispatched Joe Coffey of Gallus. Now Wolfgang has come to TNA to continue the mission of Gallus. They want to prove that Joe Hendry is a clown and a flash in the pan.
I mean, we got two Scottish brutes doing battle here tonight in the Impact Zone. Tom, you and I both know all the things that Wolfgang is capable of. We've been calling this guy's matches for years. Years back, we know just how much he can do in Gallus, but on his own, he's just as dangerous. Fighting in the face of what happened this past week, but he's looking ahead. It's all about the X Division champion. It's all about emergence.
Chen gets 2 for 1. Now attacking Navarro, goes after Wentz in the opposite corner.
Great showing here for Dante Chen. You can see why the NXT universe has been paying attention to him.
Ripcord set up into the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Expertly done. Here's the cover to head to emergence. Oh, that's broken up by Wentz.
The final competitor from NXT, representing TCU, Riley Osborne.
Some more representation from NXT here in TNA, representing TCU. This is Riley Osborne. I am very excited to see how he performs in this match.
And if this crossover chaos continues as the incredibly athletic.
Just thrilled Duke Hudson's not here. Oh my. We have a guest.
Good evening, everyone. It is I, Miss NXT, Ariana Grace. Thank you. Thank you. I know you all want it to be me answering this open challenge. But I am here because I have some exciting news. You are looking at the new liaison between NXT and TNA. Thank you. It is my duty to make sure everything runs smoothly during this beautiful collab. And so, as liaison, I will now introduce the challenger. She is gold-blooded. She is a karate queen. And honestly, she's one of my best friends. Introducing Carmen Petrovich!
What a double dose of surprise here in the Impact Zone.
Carmen Petrovich joins the likes of Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame as NXT stars who have crossed the line here into TNA to challenge Jordynne Grace for the Knockouts World Championship.
Carmen Petrovich has been a rising star in TNA. And man, what a way to really set things off. If you could bring the TNA Knockouts World title back to NXT with you, but the Juggernaut gonna be one hell of a contest. Tom, few people can make taking a nap seem as terrifying as Wendy Chu does. It's no wonder her and Rosemary have found such a kinship, a like-mindedness, if you will, especially when it comes to seemingly everything around the TNA Knockouts World Champion.
Conspicuous by her absence thus far is Rosemary. We've seen on TNA Impact, there is a battle going on in the mind of Rosemary, whether or not to help with the pursuits of Wendy Chu, has certainly helped out Chu, as we saw this past Tuesday night on NXT, the Open Challenge, Jordynne Grace's defense against Sol Ruca, and also how Jordynne Grace was taken out after her defense against Carmen Petrovich on Impact last week.
Oh, once again, we are graced by the presence of NXT talent, no pun intended on that one, I might add. Coming in here and getting an opportunity at Knockouts Tag Team Gold.
So this is Kendall Gray in the red and Carly Bright in the blue. Great opportunity for these NXT stars to challenge for a Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, which Spitfire just won this past weekend.
Literally, falling right into the modicum of a fighting champion that they've always wanted to be and claimed to be, and so now they are backing that up and then some. Can you imagine the upset it would be? That's one hell of a partner for Jordan Grace.
It wasn't too long ago on NXT that Jordan Grace defended the TNA Knockouts World Championship for the first time ever on WWE television in an open challenge. That open challenge was answered by Sol Ruca.
And if you've had your eyes on NXT at all, you know what an incredible athlete that Sol Ruca is.
Case in point now, that matchup on NXT between Grace and Ruca was absolutely spectacular. However, it ended in a no contest. How many best friends does she have?
She's really popular, something you know nothing about, Tom. Don't be jealous.
Shut up, Ray Wall. Well, so far, Ariana Grace has introduced some interesting wrestlers here into TNA to cross the line. For a lot of different opportunities, we've seen Kendall Gray and Carly Bright as of late. Sol Ruca introduced, who we saw was fantastic last week in his 6 Knockouts tag team matchup, and now Brindley Reese diving into the ring. Plenty of ability and athleticism. Curious to see how Reese fares tonight on Impact.